Hey guys, welcome back to One Too Many, the podcast where we always have one too many. Today we've got a special guest, one of my old friends, went to high school with him, Dylan Scruton.
Thanks for having me, guys.
How you doing, bro? So tell us a little bit about yourself, what you're doing.
Where do I start? From the very beginning?
Let's start. What are you doing now? What's your thing we're doing now?
Right now, all right, in this very moment, obviously, I just finished prep. Did my first bodybuilding comp for WBFF 16 weeks ago. This Saturday, I think it is,
Yeah.
give or take. So, coach and I have pretty much decided, well, I decided and I pretty much told him, next April, we're doing it again. So, it's from now till probably about January when I start back into prep.
Yep.
Just having a good maintaining phase, having fun. You know, when you get into prep, you do all that sort of stuff. There's so many sacrifices
Yeah.
from as simple as just family events. And then there's the party side and just normal social events with your friends and family and all that.
Yeah.
So just sort of doing as much as I can so that when I get into that phase, it's like, oh,
Out of your system kind of
I
thing.
wish I did more.
Yeah.
Because I've done that before where I wish I did more in that little off season.
Is that from the last season
From
you
the
did?
last prep, but I only had from the last prep I did to when it got cancelled from COVID. I only had 8 weeks, so it was hard to sort of jam pack in everything I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So like now I got a fair few months, so it's like it's good fun. And then we have like Magic Men, so pretty much doing that every Saturday. I've been doing that like topless waitering stuff since last February, and it's like anything, like topless waitering, that's just the very ground basic level of that sort of stuff. And then next is obviously the stripping.
Yeah.
And then from stripping, you can do that locally. And then now, like recently, Magic Men's just announced a Canada tour next March, I think.
True.
And then straight after, they're going to New Zealand. So it's like, that's where I want to go.
That'd be sick.
Is that what you're aiming for?
That's what I'm aiming for. So I've done,
Wait, they go international?
yeah,
That's
only
dope.
just starting now, man. Yeah. So it's definitely going to pop very soon.
That's dope.
So,
Explain real quick what Magic Man is.
So
for people that
Magic
wouldn't
Man
know.
is a male entertainment company. Pretty much just going to clubs, going to like big like warehouses and everything, and chicks and guys buy tickets.
Yeah.
And we just put on a show
Hell yeah.
that is fucking insane.
Yeah, true.
Like, it gets crazy.
I
Some of
kind of
these-
want to go suss it out.
Well,
eh?
I want a sexpo.
Yeah.
I want a sexpo.
You went. I was meant to go to Sexpo
Right.
actually. Yeah. Well, Sexpo they had Men of Dreams.
Yeah, they were great.
Yeah.
Bro, my missus wanted to watch it, right? So I'm like, fuck, okay. I've never seen male stripping before or anything like that. So I was like, fuck it, I'm intrigued. Let's do it. And I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was.
Yeah,
bro.
it's a
Like,
lot of fun.
It
dude.
was sick, bro. Like I was like, the confidence you guys walk around with, you know, like to pull all the girls up, do your dance moves and stuff like that. Like,
And see, to hear that from someone like you, who hasn't been to a show, is actually good because we get painted with this brush
yeah.
that we're sleazy
Yeah.
and all this negative shit. Like we're just putting on a show. We're just
100%.
making sure that the crowd and the audience gets involved, and as long as they have a smile on their face by the end of the show,
bro.
we've done our job.
There was not one time I was cringing. I was just like, fuck, like, I was impressed. And, like,
Yeah.
just, like, at the confidence it takes to do that sort of shit, too, man. Like, it's just...
It's scary.
It's
It's scary,
bro.
dude. I still get shit scared every Saturday, and I've been doing it, since last February.
Yeah.
But it's more so like, it's probably been maybe 8 weeks since I've started doing the backup dances.
Yep.
So like they'll have like, everyone has their solos, and then only recently, all the guys that do their solos have been getting like backup dances for a specific part of their act. So I've started doing that just to sort of get the feel of,
Being on stage a bit more.
to an extent, like obviously WBFF, like I was on stage, but it's completely different. Like
course.
stripping,
And
bodybuilding,
bodybuilding.
very different. Like we're dancing pretty much. Like
Yeah.
bodybuilding with WBFF is very similar because it's more of a free for all, whatever pose suits your body the best, do it. But yeah, like we're on stage, we're getting chicks involved, like the nerves just take over.
Oh, 100%, bro. So do you choreograph your dance moves before you go on and all that?
So yeah, like at the moment, if we do solos, we'll get our like usually we'll get groups of us and we'll choreograph like a dance. But at the moment, with what I'm doing, like, I haven't got my solo done, and I've been freaking out about it because that's like the next step.
Yeah.
Last night, actually, So we worked last night at Birdie's, and as soon as I finished, the guy that runs the show actually sent me a voice message. He's like, dude, I've been talking to Blaine, who's another guy that works there, and he's like, you're killing it on stage. Like, let's get your solo sorted.
Yeah, fuck.
Jeez,
So,
that's coming up.
You're looking at the new Dirty Doctor for Magic Man. It's going to turn out pretty good.
That's
Should
sick.
be good.
So you got to start working on that now, getting your choreograph down.
Pretty
and-
much, yeah. Since last night, we were in conversation. So next Sunday, I'll go down to the Goldie and meet up with the boys and start getting
Shit ready.
the music sorted, the outfits sorted, and the choreograph sorted.
So Doctor, is that where you're going for?
Dirty Doctor.
Dirty
Doctor
That's
for a
kinda-
start, and then I might transition into something else.
What are,
but-
what are some of the other ones they have there?
So for for the Brisbane show, we have Nick, who starts off with like Grease Lightning. So we all go out on stage and we wear like the T-Bird
Yeah.
jackets.
That was one of the shows they had there, bro.
Yeah.
It was fucking insane.
Yeah, that's a sick dance. That gets the crowd definitely going because
Definitely.
that's good for the younger age
Everyone
girls
can relate, you know.
Yeah.
and the mums that come with their daughters, which is quite common, and just everyone can get into that. And then we have Micah, who's probably one of the most newest members that like started doing the dancing. He comes out as SWAT, and then we'll transition into Cowboy. And then Blaine comes out as Bane from Batman.
That's cool.
It's hectic.
That's sick.
That dance, like you can't watch that dance and be like, "Fuck, that's gangster."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's mad, dude. And then what else do we have? Jesus. Thor comes out as Captain Jack Sparrow, which is pretty mad.
Captain Jack Sparrow would be kind of cool.
It is cool. Like that's a full-on outfit, bro. Like usually when the boys come out and do their dances, they can sort of just rip off their first costume, and we'll go take it back. But like, he has to finish his first dance, run backstage to take it off the proper way, and then come back on. And then Jeff, he's Captain America, and that's like a full bodysuit Captain America, a big like steel
Fucking shield.
shield. Yeah, they go pretty full on. The more full on you go, and the more like better it looks. The more the crowd are gonna get
It's a
into
show
it.
at the end of the
It's a
day,
show
yeah.
at the end of the day, dude. Yeah. And then there's heaps more, but that's like mainly the Brisbane crew at the moment.
Yo.
And now,
sick.
Dirty Doctor added to that. I think that's gonna take over.
That's gonna be. I like the Dirty Doctor. That's a good idea. I like
Yeah,
that.
dude. Come out with the big trench coat,
Yeah, 100%
stethoscope,
Yes.
hand them over. You know,
That's gonna be.
That's sick, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck,
It'll
that's
be
gonna be
good.
mad. Well, if you want to see that, Birdie Saturday nights,
Magic Man Australia.
Yeah,
What
let's
else
go.
to do?
Canada,
It'll be in the bio. Everything will be in the bio.
Canada, they're coming for you.
Oh, you have no idea.
Mm.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, eh? Just
Yeah.
that. And then obviously with training, like I'm still training just as intense as I was.
Yep.
But enjoying it more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Without the pressure.
without the pressure and the stress. Like when I was in prep, like I wasn't myself to an extent. Like I'd go to gym and my hat was down, and I'm not a arrogant person at the gym. I never have been. Like if people come up to me, I'll always have time for them. But in prep, like you're so goal driven.
Yeah.
On that one day, which you're counting down by the hour almost.
Yeah, right.
Like days and hours is all you're thinking about. It's just I need to get food, water, steps, sleep, stress. Like there's so many things, and if you just simplify it, things like socializing and talking to people at the gym, like they don't realize like I'm not just at the gym because I love going to the gym. Like I'm
Preparing
training
yourself for something.
for that comp.
It's like literally you're going to work.
It's work.
You're going
That's how I've
there,
always
you're
put it.
going in, getting your shit done.
I'm
you're
going to work, and there's been times where I've had to like let people know, even on my Instagram, it's like, look, I apologize if you see me at the gym and I may seem arrogant and like someone you don't want to talk to. It's not who I am. Like
It's just for that period of time.
it's just
Yeah.
for a few months.
Yeah.
The way that people do it is insane. Like I've never been big into the gym. I'd go to gym every now and again, but
Yeah.
like I can't get behind like the calorie counting and the food and
It's
you know
full
all
on,
that.
dude.
It's insane. Like the way that people do it. Like my ex just did it. You probably she did the
ICN?
yeah.
Yeah.
She came first.
Does she work at Carindale?
She used to work at Carindale.
Yeah,
She
okay.
she just moved, but yeah, and then she did stuff for the power subs too.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but she was just like in it, like
Yeah.
like every day. That's what she does. She got like her calorie count and stuff that I was talking to her about.
That's
Is
crazy.
crazy.
It's a lifestyle,
and
man.
it's to the T.
To
every
the
every
T.
calorie to the T.
Everything is to the T. And that's the beauty of having like a coach as well. Like I have people that do it on their own. And you know, if it's like a couple of grams out, it's like, oh that's all good.
Yeah, yeah.
Like when you have a coach and you're paying someone to invest their time, energy, and effort into you, and they're telling you stuff to do by the specific gram, it's not just you doing it for you.
No.
It's you doing it for them because they're putting their energy and time and money into you as well. So you sort of have to do it for other people, which makes it, I feel, easier.
Yeah.
Because you always have someone who's like being there and accountable you.
And you don't want to let them down.
You don't want to let them down.
No.
Exactly. And you don't want to let yourself down as well because you're investing into yourself
100%.
Yeah.
so much. Like it's such an expensive sport
Yeah.
with such minimal reward.
Yeah.
Like no prize money unless you're in Olympia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And to get to that stage, like
You gotta.
you're jumping through.
I
a lot
can't
of
even
hurdles, bro.
comprehend
Yeah.
the lifestyle and structure that you need to get to that.
Yeah. So let's go back a little bit. So you basically just did the bodybuilding. What's it called?
WBFF.
WBFF.
Yeah.
So you came third,
Third.
and that was your first ever time on stage.
First ever time on stage.
What was that like?
Congratulations.
Like your first time.
Dude, like, it's hard to even explain it, to be honest, because like I said, like I did the prep last year, which was not easy, but fun.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it got cancelled 8 weeks out, and like I was so devastated. I remember I did my very first posing lesson with my posing coach at Worlds Brisbane, and I was driving home, and a friend of mine was like, "I'm so sorry." I was like, "What are you sorry for?"
Fuck.
And she sent me the screenshot of them announcing that it's being cancelled. I had just finished my first posing class, so I'm driving,
You're feeling good.
smile on
On
my
top of the
face,
world, bro.
just not even focusing on the road, to be honest. Like, I'm thinking about my routine that I'm going to start prepping.
Yeah.
And then that happened. I just remember calling coach, and I was like, "What the hell?" And obviously he's always thinking what's best for me, but like I've never really done something and just quit. So I was like, "Look, I'm not going to stop." Like I was doing, my YouTube was pumping at that
Yeah.
time, and I was going to the gym, and like little kids, or the youngest you can be at a gym is 14, but like kids were
Yeah.
coming up and like, "When's your next YouTube video?"
Yeah, that's mad.
And to
That's
get
right.
that, dude, like that's why I do it.
Yeah.
That's why I do it. I love doing it, but it's just for inspiring and motivating the younger kids.
That
Because
is
when they
cool.
come up, it's like, okay, I've got to do another video.
Yeah,
They're
just keep
waiting for
going,
me.
man. Yeah.
So yeah, like I remember seeing my coach, and he's like, "What do you want to do?" I'm like, "I'm not going to stop. Like we have 8 weeks. Let's continue the prep for 8 weeks and sort of give ourselves something to look forward to."
Yeah.
So we booked a photo shoot. We got a video sort of set up, which was sick. Like it was still something to grind towards, but because we never did comp, because it got cancelled, I didn't stop thinking about I'm not going to stop until I get on that stage. And I knew straight away, it's like, okay, the next show will be season A in April next year. So, you know, we'll have probably about 8 weeks. Foam party was coming up. So I'm like, let me have one good festival to have, like, enjoy myself. And coach was like, sweet. All right. So yeah, we went to foam party, had probably a little bit too much fun in that 8 weeks, to be honest. Like just tried to cram everything in.
Yeah.
And then, so started prep on the 3rd of January, but I hadn't really stopped from the April prior. So to start again in January, like my body was so run down,
Almost overtrained.
overtrained. Like I was just so exhausted, and just my body was just to an extent unhealthy because I was so just set on doing this thing. So by the time I started prep, like I should have had a longer off season.
Yeah.
So like this prep was really hard. Like it almost ruined me, to be honest. Like I'd come to the last 8 weeks, it was hard to even talk to people. Like being at home, like I'd just start breaking down out of nowhere, start bawling my eyes out at the gym, couldn't eat. I'd just lose my shit.
Is that when you're on like a calorie deficit?
Calorie
as well?
deficit as well,
'Cause
and
that
just
fucks the people.
Just destroyed me, man. Yeah, it really did. But like it was 6 weeks out, I'm pretty sure, and my coach was like, "I'm gonna pull you out." So like for a coach to say, "We shouldn't do this anymore," in one way, sort of was like made me think like, okay, like should I stop? But I couldn't.
Yeah.
Like it's like, dude, like I hate this. Like I actually used to say I fucking hate doing what I'm doing. Like I don't like this. I want to quit. But that little part of me just was like, you got 6 weeks left, dude. Just
suck it up.
suffer for another 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, got to peak week. So like the final week, it was the Saturday. And just remember waking up on that peak week and I went from like having absolutely no energy. Used to have to get my misso to tie my shoes and pick me out of bed. Like I couldn't do anything.
That's wild.
And yeah, woke up that Saturday and just jumped out of bed.
Just ready.
Like, what the fuck is this? What's happening? It was mad. And then peak week was pretty good. Obviously, when you get to like pretty much the last week, maybe a little bit earlier, training changes, gets a lot easier. You're so depleted, so you can't do a normal session like you do super lightweight just to get blood pumping into the body. And then, yeah, Friday morning, packed the car, drove down to the Goldie, and just that feeling of like not having to train anymore, but knowing it's like, we did it.
You made it. Sort of
We did it. Like just getting my best memory from doing the comp was getting in the car and driving down to the Gold Coast the morning before.
You're just like, I've done it.
That was the best memory. Jumping on stage, like out of everything, the after party, the best thing was getting in the car with a packed car, everything sorted, and driving down to the apartment on the Gold Coast. So from that moment on, it was just a breeze.
Yeah. It's like, I've done the hard work. This is my celebration almost.
big weight lifted. Sort
That,
of
oh, dude, just, I felt like I could float, dude.
Yeah.
It was mad. And then, yeah, fucking got there on the day, did all I had to do, went to registration night, and that's when, like, you go to the big, it's at the Star. It's like this big auditorium area. Similar to the Cav Auditorium, actually. Now that I think about it, very similar layout. And yeah, they have all like the pros that come and sort of give you a quick rundown on how the show's going to go. And you see the stage and you see like the whole venue, and it's just like, fuck, okay.
Yeah.
Like, it's just that motivation kicked in, and I was like G'd up, like let's get this done. And then yeah, woke up the next morning and was just like, okay, it's show day.
fuck yeah.
Got there that morning, walked out, did my first T walk. So it's like you walk out, you walk to the middle, and then you got to go to the right, do a few poses here, walk all the way to the other side, do a few poses here, and then that's you. And then you'll sit at the back while everyone else does their little T walk, and you just got to hold these poses. It's like you're
waiting in line, just
holding your poses, depleted,
Yeah, bro.
no energy for, I couldn't even tell you how long it was. It probably wasn't as long as it felt, to be honest.
Yeah.
It probably was a lot quicker than it felt. And then, you know, as soon as you do that, they just say, all right, everyone come to the front. And the moment they say that, you're running to the front because you want to get there first, dude.
I've seen the videos of that, and it literally just looks like, get the fuck out of my way.
Yeah.
I'm front and center. And that's what it looked like.
Well, I'm very happy. Like my coach and a girl, Corey, who works with my coach, like she recently won her pro card last year. And that's pretty much, she was saying, like, the moment they say,
Just get there.
come to the front, get to the front. Because if you're in the middle, or if you're in a good position, you center stage.
Yeah.
Like if you watch the videos, you'll see guys that may not have known that.
You see the guys in the back.
They're just waltzing. And then all of a sudden, all the boys are trying to cram in the middle, but there are guys in the middle of everyone on the outside, and they're posing, but no one can see them.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was sick. Did the T-walk, and then got second call out to Lucas, who actually won. And he won like fair and square. He was the best on the day, best posing, just held himself really well. He's done I think 4 or 5 comps prior.
Yeah.
So he's had the experience. But yeah, he got first call out, I got second call out, and then Chest Bra.
Yeah, I know Chest Bra.
Chest Bra, I think
I've only known him through you though,
Yeah.
through watching your prep.
Yeah.
It was afterwards, I'm like, who's that guy? And everyone kept talking about
Ziz's
Chest
brother.
Bra. Is
That's
it?
insane.
Yeah, that's Ziz's brother, dude.
I did not know that.
That's insane.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Fucking
it is. It's pretty cool. Like,
Yeah.
everyone knows Ziz.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
That's his brother, like Chest Bra. He's pretty proper.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wait, did he cut? So you came second?
No, so I ended up getting third at the end of the show.
Yeah.
But for the first walkout, when we all get told to go to the front, they'll like do like a posing comparison. So you've got to do like, you got to pretty much got to face the front, and then it's like quarter turn to the right. So we do some poses that look best on that side, and then a back pose, and then quarter turn to the right again. So pretty much it's a full 360. And they'll call out the top 3 at that very moment.
Yeah.
And yeah, Lucas got first call out, I got second, and then Chest Bra got third.
You're just like, fuck.
So
yeah,
that was probably my second biggest win from that weekend, actually, now that I think about it. And then yeah, so we do that, and then we have a few hours to sort of just chill out, do what we want to do, and then we got to come back for the second walkout. And it's more so judged on the first walkout. The second one's sort of just more for the crowd. And yeah, so that went well. You know, before had all my burgers and chips, just flooded my body, dude. And when you're that depleted and you pump yourself with that sort of shit, your body, like my legs looked like a road map, dude.
Yeah, that's
Veins.
crazy.
I was like a
Veins,
Google
bro.
Maps ambassador, bro. It was
Insane.
crazy, dude. And then,
That's sick.
yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy what prep is like. Like it's one of them
I feel
things
like people don't understand.
you can't
the work,
you
bro.
can't. It's like I try so hard to explain the very minimum, like the very basic sort of stuff
Yeah.
to someone that doesn't really gym or doesn't really have an understanding, and it's almost impossible,
Yeah, 100%.
which is frustrating
Yeah.
because I want people to get an understanding of it all.
Before they make the judgment on the sport,
Yeah.
and the person,
Exactly.
and all that stuff, bro. It's
Because
like very hard.
very
to,
common.
Yeah,
That's sick.
sort of a shit feeling, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
this shit hearing
It is
and
what it
stuff,
is, bro.
100%.
There's always people
But
like
like your motivation, bro, that comes from like a very young age, though, right? Like with your BMX and stuff like
that's
that.
if it wasn't for that, doing all that as a kid and then experiencing that success, not straight away,
Yeah,
like
just
going
having the grind, bro.
going through the grind, dude.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
never winning when I was a kid, always getting like second or third to like these two specific guys, and then just out of nowhere, like not like years later,
Yeah,
it just clicked. And you start winning, and then from there you sort of figure out the do's and the don'ts, what you should do, what you shouldn't do,
Yeah.
just what works, stick to what works, and then yeah, like going through that whole journey as like racing BMX as a kid, and like going to Aussies, winning Aussies, going to Worlds, getting second at the Worlds after having so many
setbacks.
setbacks. It's not at that stage. It was more doubts.
Yeah, okay.
A lot of doubts. Like I'll never forget. It's in my YouTube video. Actually, I say it at the end of it.
Yeah.
So we won. I won the nationals at Sleeman Sports Complex, and like that was, it's the Aussie titles. Like I was 14, so as a kid, like that's
That's
what the
as
hell?
a 14-year-old kid, that's the world.
Yeah,
That's
it
like your-
was
yeah.
my world. It was my life, dude. Like
Yeah.
my first word was bike. So
Yeah.
as a kid,
That's sick.
I always as a kid I always thought, okay, this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I'm here for.
Yeah.
And then we were at the reward ceremony, and I'll never forget, like as a kid, obviously all our parents were around, and dads were going up to my dad saying like, you know, like congrats to Dylan, but
Before New Zealand, sort of thing.
yeah, but
Yeah.
just know like you're going to Worlds now. Like don't expect anything. Like don't expect him to win. Like it's a whole different ball game. Like we're going up against the world now. It's not just domestic riders. All these Americans, all these German kids that like the
Live and
American
breathe it, eh?
live and breathe it, bro. And over there it's so different. Like there's the guy that won in New Zealand. New Zealand. He was from America, Bubba Gonzalez. He was 14, sponsored by Monster Energy.
Fuck.
Didn't go to school. Had a full-on track in his backyard, like proper track in his backyard. That was his.
And
Yeah.
just
That
rode
was
that
his
every
life,
day,
dude.
Yeah.
Like I was at Cav at this stage.
You were going to school every
I
day.
still went to school, you
have
know.
normal life.
Normal life. Get home, have to do my homework before I go to the track. All that sort of shit. Just normal kid life. And yeah, so the dad's like, just don't expect anything. And I'm a 14-year-old kid, dude. Like,
Straight over.
what? I'm going to New Zealand, dude.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and
I'm going across the world.
yeah, pretty much at that stage, that's what it was, bro. Just going on a plane was cool.
Yeah.
And then got over there, and obviously once you get like on the day, you sort of say bye. Your parents drop you off. You say bye. You know, good luck, hugs and kisses, because you don't see them anymore for the rest of the day till we finish. Because we got to be like a big Australian tent, and it's just the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First moto start up, 1. Second moto, 1. Third moto, 1. Fourth moto, 1. And I was like, fuck, okay, like this. And in my moto, so we all race the same people every moto. And there was a guy, I think he was from Netherlands,
Yeah, well.
and he had 5 on his number plate, so he got World 5 the year prior. So like he's been there, he's done that, he made the main the year prior. Like if he's in your main and you're like running up against him, you got a pretty good chance. Your confidence gets boosted up a bit.
Yeah.
And yeah, all 4 motos I beat him, and then got to my 8s. I won my 8s. Got to my quarters, I won my quarters. Got to my semis, I won my semis, dude. And it was just like, I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it.
You're lagging.
Got to the semis and I won that, and I was just like, top 8 in the world. Like, I've just made the final. What was cool about it is it was in this. It wasn't a massive arena, but it was an arena. Just think, an arena to host a world championship.
Yeah, which it's
like a proper track inside, so
Yeah.
it was pretty big. But like, there was one stage where we were on the gate, and if I'm looking straight down to the left is where like all the Aussies were, or most of them. And because of how quiet sometimes it would get just before we'd all get up on the gate, my dad you could hear him, like, it was actually fucked up.
yeah.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. And dude, because it's New Zealand, like, there's so many Aussies that were able to come there because
Yeah.
it's so close. Like,
That
if they
was
were able
fucking
to, it's like,
crazy.
let's go to the Worlds. It's so close, pretty much next door. And the whole arena, dude, would go, oi, oi, oi.
That's sick.
And just the feeling that would do.
That's just a big boost
Just-
of energy.
Like,
Yeah,
just
fuck
that
yeah, bro.
adrenaline, bro. And then, yeah, got to the final and ended up getting World 2 to the prior 3-time world champion.
Fuck, that's mad.
Yeah, it
That's
was,
sick.
it was
First time there too.
First time there, bro.
Insane.
So just at the absolute peak.
Yeah,
Couldn't
you would
think-
be too, bro.
Yeah,
That's
it was
insane.
crazy.
Is that the last time you did like the big championship, or did you go back?
So, yeah, so that was the last Worlds I did, because the year after, like, 12 months, I have the placing of World 2.
Yep.
And then it was the year after, obviously, I'm prepping up to go to Rotterdam, they were, in 2014, Netherlands. And it was 10 weeks out. And, like, just with every sport, you know, every weekend you have your footy games, all
Yeah.
that sort of stuff. The same for BMX, but they're called open days.
Yeah.
So, like, all over Brisbane, Southeast Queensland, we'll have, like, specific tracks, like, all right, open day at this track this weekend. And I'd always get excited for an open day. It's like, sweet, let's go, let's race. And
It's game day.
It's
basically.
game day, exactly. And I'll never forget it. Like, I remember everything of this day like it was like 5 minutes ago. And I remember waking up that morning, and I've never had the thought of, I don't really want to ride today. I never, like, that had never gone through my head. And I told mum and dad, I'm like, I don't really want to ride today. For no reason. There was no reason for it, which is very unusual now that I look back to it.
Yeah.
And, you know, they were like, no, come on, that's all good.
Yeah.
We got to go.
Yeah.
Just another day at
It's
the
just
office.
another day at the
Come
office,
on,
yeah.
let's go.
And yeah, it was at Pine Rivers, and we went there, and, you know, just another day, did practice. And then the first race, I'm pretty sure I was the first moto as well. And I was in second to a good mate of mine, still a good mate of mine now. I haven't spoken to for ages, but, you know, still rides and all that. And completely shattered my shoulder. Completely shattered my shoulder, dude. Like, yeah, I'll never forget just hitting face first, like just full, just bang, shoulder. And I remember I wasn't knocked out, but I remember sort of just getting smacked and just going, oh. And then I remember I moved my left leg first. I moved my right leg. I moved my right arm. And then there was nothing. My left arm, there was nothing. And that's when, like, panic mode sets in.
It was like, fuck, what happened? Something's not right.
Something's not right. So I freak out and got lifted up. And I was just like, I can't move my shoulder. I can't move my shoulder. Don't move my shoulder. And they always have St. John's ambulance, I think, was
Yeah.
there every open day.
Yep.
And I just remember sitting there like this, and my dad had ran over by this stage, and he's like, "You're good," and I just, obviously it's my dad, I'm comfortable. I'm like, "No, I'm not okay. My shoulder's not good." Blah blah blah. And the ambulance were like, "No, he's fine. He's fine. You know, his shoulder's dislocated." And
They're not trying to pop it up in at that stage. are
yeah,
they?
dude.
Fuck.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
No.
And I was just stuck like this. And I'll never forget them putting their arm under here and trying to pull it up. And it probably got to about 45 degrees. And I have never felt this. I don't even know what the feeling was. It wasn't like a snap or a pop. It was just like,
Like a,
yeah, I don't know.
Just bad.
Bad. And my
really
whole
bad.
shoulder has just gone bang and just completely, it dropped.
fuck.
It dropped. So it went normal. Obviously, it was like just hanging on, They got here and it's just gone bang, and I have just lost it, completely lost it.
Yeah, fuck.
And
Oh, that was cringe.
it was the worst,
That's fucked.
most agonizing feeling I've ever been through. And yeah, obviously the ambos were there, but they were just taking their sorry ass time. So I've had to get lifted up, carried to the car, gone to the hospital, and sat in the waiting room for 3 hours.
Fuck, bro.
Just sitting there, like not knowing what to do, just
Yeah.
freaking out. All I'm thinking about is Worlds are in 10 weeks.
Can I make it?
I need to go to Worlds. Not even can I? I'm going to Worlds in
Yeah.
10 weeks. Like, we got to get this shit sorted. I'm okay. Just telling myself I'm all sweet. And then the video is actually in my YouTube.
Yeah.
And it's pretty full on. But they tried to manipulate it. So they put me in this gas stuff. And then they tried to sort of pop it back in place without doing surgery. No hope.
Have they done scans at this point or anything like that, or are they just trying to fucking get it back in?
They're just trying to get it back in, bro.
Fuck,
Yeah,
bro.
it was
'Cause
straight
there's
away.
a certain amount of time that you can get it in, eh?
I don't know.
I think like when you dislocate, you need to get it in a certain amount of hours, or else like bad. You got to have surgeries and stuff.
I guess so, but it wasn't dislocated.
No, it was a lot
That's
more
the
than that.
thing. Like, they're trying to relocate something that's not even possible to relocate. And yeah, I remember waking up from that little thing they were doing, and instantly just craved KFC.
Nice.
Instantly craved KFC, bro. And we were at the...
Did not expect that.
Yeah, not a lot of people do. It's just how it was. And yeah, we were at the Princess Alexandra Hospital, and I had to go to the... What's the one in the city near the valley?
Marta.
No, not that one.
The Royal Women's.
The Royal. Yeah, we had to go there. So they got me in an ambulance, and I remember Mum and Dad got me KFC, and I've smashed this, but I'm all drugged up at this stage. Get in the fucking ambulance and just vomited it everywhere all over me, dude.
Morphine
Straight
makes you
away,
vomit.
just instantly, as soon as it went in, straight back out. Went to the Royal, and then didn't get surgery till the next day. And then they tried to do keyhole surgery where they just
Cut a
little slits. Yeah, and that didn't work. So I got a massive big scar.
Yeah, I've seen that in the video.
Yeah. And they just put 3 pins. And that was sort of like the first big setback.
Yeah.
That sort of led to me now doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, because you did that, and then you went and you rode again afterwards. After that, you got back on the bike.
So that was in March, April.
Yep.
So I had my recovery phase, I got all back and sorted.
Your physio. You couldn't lift your elbow or shoulder, sorry,
Nothing,
up at
dude.
all.
I've seen those videos, man.
Yeah.
That's fucking
Just
tough.
depressed,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Just a little 14-year-old kid not knowing what to do with his life.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And the first race I ever did back after the shoulder was the state titles, so the Queensland titles at Sleeman's again. And at that time, I was sponsored by a watch company, Lift Watches.
Yep.
And it's just like a little face, and it's like a rubber band. The whole thing's rubber. And very first practice lap, just cruising, dude. Not going hard.
Getting your vibes
just getting
going.
the vibes going. Just getting the feel, getting all warmed up. Rolling, and in front of me, this young kid just happened to come off. And I had nowhere to go. So I've braked, ran into him, and I've gone over.
Yeah.
But because it was on the berm where it's bitumen, my rubber watch has got stuck on the bitumen, and I broke my wrist on the very first ride, very first race back of the first practice lap. Yeah, dude. It was like, why?
What the fuck?
And I remember going backstage, and obviously at that phase, it wasn't a bad break.
Yeah.
But I just thought, I've just bruised my wrist.
Yeah. Sprain, something's a little bit, whatever.
And we taped the shit out of it up. Ended up racing all day, made the main and got 4th.
Fuck yeah.
Went to the doctors a few days after because I ended up going to my mate's place for the weekend. And we were riding. I'm like, my wrist isn't good, eh? Went to get an x-ray, broken wrist.
Of course.
Another 6 weeks out.
Fuck.
Yeah, it was just constant every time I
Then
saw
after that, you had the knee as well, didn't you?
Well, yeah, so I did, what was it? So that was September. And then November, went to the Grands. So every year in America, they have a race in Tulsa. So that's like the center of the States. So it's like, think of the States, the population there. so many people ride BMX. It's pretty much where it was created, BMX racing. Everyone just comes to the middle and they have this unbelievable show.
Yeah.
Like, insane. And that was always a goal of mine.
Yeah.
And obviously because we weren't allowed to go to Worlds that year because of my shoulder, that was like a promise that Dad gave me. He's like,
Yeah.
you know what? Let's go to Grands. Let's have some fun. No expectations. Let's just have a trip. It was
Yeah.
just me and him too, which was wicked. And yeah, went over there and ended up getting fourth, which compared to what I was used to at the time, which was just at that very moment winning or getting
Yeah.
the top three, it's like fourth at that very moment was like, whoa, like this is sick. And
A
then
whole new league too.
a whole new league, man. Like it's not like it is here over there.
No
Like,
way.
Their sports over there is fucking insane. And they live
incredible,
and breathe
man.
everything.
Live and breathe everything they do. If they're good at something, they're not
That's
doing
what they're
nothing
doing.
else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
100%.
sick, man.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was November, and then was it January? Or it was just after I got home. I ended up doing, I don't know if it was before or after, but I did my knee on the 1st of January 2016. So it would have been before, actually. Yeah, first race of the day at Nerang. Completely just blew my knee out.
Fucking hell.
Knee surgery. I still got metal in my knee now, and like when it gets cold, winter season,
yeah.
you can
Yeah.
really feel that it's not good.
Fuck.
So that happened, and then straight after that, I had 3 wires in my wrist, and that was sort of it.
Yeah. You just kind of, then that's when your next journey kind of started
That
there.
was
eh?
sort of it, dude. It just got to a point where I'm happy, I guess, to admit it. Like I was petrified
To
Yeah.
ride.
of riding.
Yeah.
Like yeah, I got to
But
a
how
point.
much more can you put your body through?
How much more
bro?
can you put your body
Yeah.
through? And by this stage, you know, I was 25, I was 16, turning 17, you know, grade 12.
Yeah, you want to enjoy those years, bro.
All your boys are partying, you know,
Yeah.
all that sort of shit. You just want to live.
Yeah.
100%.
And like all the setbacks that I had, I missed so much development while everyone was still riding and just constantly progressing.
Yeah.
I was like 2 steps back, 1 step forward
Yeah.
for so long. So I was constantly going down where, yeah, I just got scared. And I was like, what do I do here?
Yeah.
It was a big, crazy sort of time where I was like, this is all I've ever done. And I don't love it anymore.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's a weird way to put it, but yeah.
Kind of a great thing though, doing it so young. Like it's not like you came out of high school and it's like, putting all my eggs into this
Yeah.
basket and not having anything to fall back on.
Very, very blessed to be able
Yeah.
to say that, to be honest. Yeah. And then obviously because of all the injuries, you know, I was skinny as. So like little bits by pieces, I'd start going to the gym a bit more and I'd start seeing all these big guys, all dick looking, all tanned and all juicy and shit.
I want that.
And I'm like, whoa, okay, I'm not used to seeing this.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, it went from like doing training at the track to going straight to the gym to going to the gym, then to the track, then to the gym.
Yeah, okay.
And then just one day, dude, there was a race at Nerang and same thing. I was just scared, wasn't able to put 100% effort into it and just finished that day and was like, nah,
No more.
that was my last Insta post of a BMX bike.
That's
What,
wild.
what was that like though for like your support system around you, like so your mum and your dad and stuff like that, who've been through that whole journey with you? Like, were they like,
They've always been very supportive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they've always been around. Like they've seen what I went through.
of course,
Like, and it wasn't just, to be fair, it wasn't really just me going through the trauma.
yeah, it was them seeing you go through it as
and
well.
it was the family as well, dude, because like at that point, like 2013, like my little sister raced, my brother raced,
Yeah, I see.
I raced.
Yeah.
Mum and dad loved it.
Yeah.
Dad especially. So it was just a family thing. Like, it was just all we did. Normal weekend, we go into the track, we go on racing.
Yeah.
And then obviously Sienna's like, she's a little girl, she wanted to start dancing, so she did that. Mitch stopped, and then it was just me, but it was always BMX at the end of the day. So like, it just got to a point where they didn't really care. They just hated seeing me always sort of down or beating myself up because I raced like shit that weekend.
Yeah,
it was just like, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
And yeah, I just started training.
And that's then you fell in love with
And
that.
then, yeah, I transitioned my love at the perfect time. The same love and passion I had for racing went to the gym.
Yeah, that's sick.
Like there was no real downfall or little splurge and partying. It was just bang, bang,
Straight into it.
straight into it.
So you kept that commitment, that dedication,
Straight away.
straight into
Yeah,
it.
it was
That attitude.
perfect timing.
Sounds like you're a bit of an extremist, to say the least. And like when you're into something, like you're 100% into your BMX, that you live and breathe, then you went right into the next thing.
Goal driven.
Yeah, and that's
Very
the
goal-driven.
exactly.
Yeah.
and that's a great way to be, because a lot of people nowadays are not like that.
It's hard though.
Yeah,
Fuck
Because
yeah,
like
bro.
right now I'm sort of just chilling. Obviously I got next April, but it's not, I don't have to start prep anytime
Yeah.
soon. It's like right now, this is sort of that phase where it's just like, what am I doing?
yeah.
But you always got to keep that little. You can't like let yourself go too far, right? Like
Yeah.
let yourself go too far.
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it just sort of timed everything perfectly.
I feel like as well, going back to when you just did your last comp, your timing for like the cancellation for that, do you reckon that was a blessing and a curse for that?
100%.
Because like you got more time to prep, you had to learn a lot more.
Yeah.
And I feel like the same thing with the like your BMX stuff, like the timing that happened to go into the bodybuilding, like the tragic things that have happened seem to have come at the perfect time to
Perfect
bring
timing.
a bit more light to
Yeah.
it.
And the age for when I stopped racing to when I got into the bodybuilding, I've never even really thought about this until
Yeah.
now. Like I was 17.
Yeah.
I'm still a kid.
Yep.
Body hasn't really
Fully developed.
fully developed, and like get into the gym, and then by the time I've really been training well for a year, now I'm 18. So yeah, it actually timed itself
perfect.
Yeah.
perfectly.
100%.
I've never thought of it like that.
There you go, bro.
Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing of it. Eh?
100%,
100%,
man.
Yeah, wow, that's pretty full on to
Yeah.
think about it like that.
And I guess now you're even like in your off season now, you've been smashing the social media. Like your Instagram has been going nuts.
Yeah.
Like when because I've followed you since high school.
Yeah.
And I only looked the other day. I was like when I hit you up, I was
Yeah.
like, because you've always been in mind. We're gonna hit Dylan up because he's like, it's a different thing of what we usually do.
Yeah.
He's a good talker. He's got mad stories, and he's just driven.
Yeah.
And then I looked, I'm like, how the fuck did you get 25,000 fucking
Bro,
followers?
That's insane, bro.
Blew up, man.
I was like, what?
And I have never paid for a single follower.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck
That's
man.
one thing.
Well,
I
your
get judged.
engagement shows that too.
Engagement shows that,
Yeah.
dude. Like it was, I remember I was at 7,000 plateaued, not getting any more,
Yep.
just flat, and it was just pissing me off. It was
Yeah.
like, what do I need to do? It got to a point where I'm like, is everyone paying?
Yeah.
Is everyone paying for followers?
Yeah.
Like, how do you get Instagram followers these days? And then pretty much went to Foam Party 22, not the last Foam Party, the year before. And, you know, I go to festivals. I have fun. I'm not there to be cocky and arrogant. Like when I do my muzzing and hacking videos, that's me living in the moment.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And capturing that memory.
Yeah.
Like I love it. I froth it. And having someone like Adam, my best mate, that was into that as well. Like we were able to just do what we do together.
Just not give a fuck.
And yeah, we sort of posted all that shit. And from videos like that comes a shitload of hate,
Yep.
a ton of hate. But they're looking at my post. They're thinking about it. They're putting their energy and time to write a comment, posting that comment,
Yeah.
probably thinking, fuck, this is gay. I'm going to send it to my mate, who's going to send it to his mate.
Yeah.
They're all watching it.
And then all of a sudden, bro, your engagement is popping, whether
Yeah.
it's good or bad. I don't care.
yeah.
And that pretty much was the start of the pop. And then we were shredding for that festival. So we looked good. Like we
Yeah,
looked
hell
yeah.
the best we had looked at that time. And we're like, let's just take advantage of this. Let's do a photo shoot. Booked a photo shoot. The photos turned out unbelievable. Posted them. Obviously, the photographer was able to post them photos on his page as well. So
Yeah.
there's a collaboration.
Yep.
And then from that, just went to another collaboration with another photographer. And then I ended up doing a photo shoot with Jake O'D, who he's from Melbourne. Like his photos are full on.
Yeah, right.
And yeah, we linked up, did a shoot, did a collaboration shoot. The photos were pretty full on,
Is that the one on the beach?
probably. There was probably one of them.
Yeah.
There's pretty raunchy photos.
Yeah.
all okay for the Instagram, otherwise they'd be reported. And from that, I was literally on my Instagram, swiping down, refreshing,
Constant followers.
100. There was a phase where I'd get like 500 followers a day from these shoots.
That's
insane.
insane, man.
And it was it was insane, bro.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
That's sick.
Yeah.
That's fucking great. I
It
couldn't
was
even
cool.
imagine that,
Just
bro.
collaborations. If
Yeah.
anyone wants to grow their Instagram, stuff like this.
Yeah.
Collaborating. You
Yeah.
know, I'll do this with you. I'll post it out. My followers.
Yeah.
We'll see what you're doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sick.
100%.
Constant collaboration. You can't do it on your own.
No,
No.
100%.
And
do it on
that's the
your own.
biggest thing. And that's what the great thing about the podcast is, because it's like the best of both worlds. Like,
Best of both worlds.
you know,
dude.
we get to you get to get your story out.
Yeah.
In the end of the day, and it's a great thing that you can make videos from as well, and whatever. And it's just cool. Like, all your fans, I guarantee, when you hear some of these stories
Yeah.
and everything like that, it's just it's sick.
It's a great platform, bro.
Interesting as.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hearing people's stories, which
Yeah.
you don't really get a lot out of.
Well,
No, bro.
people want to see the raw shit now.
It's all
Like,
raw.
Yeah. And that's what's going at the moment. That's
No
why
fake.
podcasting is so fucking big.
Blowing up.
Yeah.
So
Great.
things have got in at a pretty good time.
Yeah.
It's only going to
We're
get more
hoping
and
so,
more.
man.
Well, I can definitely see a lot more Australian podcasts are popping off now.
Yeah.
And so I think we did get in pretty early, and which is good.
Consistency,
But we
bro.
just got to keep going. Like we're saying, we've got vlogs dropping. We would have had them 2 by now. I think 3 maybe. I don't know when this is going out, but yeah, it was just consistency is key.
Consistency is key.
And I remember, like, with your social media growth, I remember watching one of your stories once, and you were sitting there, like, just talking to the camera by yourself, saying, like, basically manifesting where you wanted to be in a certain amount of time. Like, I'm going to go hard on social media. I want to see my Instagram grow. I'm going to be posting every day. I'm going to be doing this. And you've literally done it. And I remember that was a while ago.
Power of speech, bro.
Massive.
Great, eh?
I am the biggest believer in the law of attraction.
Yeah.
Like, that's a story that's going to go for like 2 hours. Like, seriously, I remember I was working at the Port of Brisbane,
Yep.
hated my job. Pay was good,
Yeah.
but the people there were just
Stuck.
rude, bro. Not all of them.
Yeah, yeah.
Not all of them. I got a lot of good friends that were there,
Yeah.
and that are still friends with me today. But like, just a small few. Like, I'd go to work and would just get belittled and bullied to like. And when I say bullied, I don't mean just like little bits here and there. Like, I mean like put down. Like, I'm nothing.
fuck.
And it was shit. And this was the stage where I just started. This was around for that phone party stage where I just started looking good, started doing photo shoots, and then got hit up by bad boys. So I started doing the topless weight or anything, like just living a young, cool, fun life as a 21, you're 21, 22, 21 or whatever.
Yeah.
And that made it worse at work.
They don't like different.
They don't like it. They're
That's like-
going.
They don't understand it.
Coming from a tradie background, that was it. Like, if you're doing something different, nah, you're not allowed to.
Yeah.
You're a man. You go in, you work, you clean containers, and you go.
Fuck
You
that.
go drink beers at home.
That's a
and,
bullshit life, bro.
No,
Like,
100%. But that's like that's all they know.
Yeah, that's
so
their
if someone's doing something
mentality.
different like you, it's like no, not allowed.
And that's all I was doing. Like, I wasn't going to work because I loved it. I was going to work to provide myself with what I was
Yeah.
actually
Means to an
chasing.
end, bro.
It was just temporary. And I'd like you were saying, like, I have videos still saved on my phone. Like, I'd drive to work and would like scream to my fucking camera.
Yeah.
I think I still got the highlight reels on my Insta. It was Thursday Thoughts. So every
Yeah.
Thursday, like Thursday Thoughts. And it just now that I look back, it's like it's actually pretty cool.
It's cool and something good to look back on too.
Mad to look back on, especially
Yeah.
now. Like, every day I have to say, I'm not going to say it, but certain few things I need to say to myself.
Yep.
And it started there. Like, there's videos, and I'm actually saying it on my Instagram, and it's on my highlight reel of things that I started to tell myself back
Yep.
then. And that was March last year. And I still, if I don't say it now, every morning, my day's not going to go good.
Yeah.
Which is weird. Like,
That's
it's
wild.
like powerful shit, bro. But yeah, just out of nowhere, I just told myself what I wanted. I visualized it, and day by day, it's sort of piecing itself together.
That's sick.
Yeah, and you've been working hard on it. Again, you've been working every day to do it. Like,
Exactly.
but I've tried to upload shit on Instagram. I got nothing. I can't do that.
It's hard,
Like trying to
man.
find content to upload every day on an Instagram post or a story
Hmm.
or anything. It's hard to do.
To an extent, like you said, people like raw stuff.
Yeah,
So you just sitting in your car and talking.
yeah,
You may not feel like it,
Yeah.
but people relate.
yeah.
Rather than me like every day posting a
I
photo.
think it's just having the confidence to put it out there. It's not like necessarily just talking into the camera. It's just like thinking about what people are going to
Yeah.
say and react to that video. You
and
know
we
what I
all
mean?
go through that hard start.
And I feel
Yeah.
like you're harder on yourself than other people would
Always.
ever be. You know what I mean?
Always
So,
are, bro.
Yeah.
which is just how it is. I'll never forget. It's on my Facebook, my very first video of me talking to my phone, and I posted
How
it.
fucking terrifying.
And I'm like a little 18-year-old kid with pimples all over my face. And like I was able to relate back to that video when I do them Thursday thoughts, because that's something people have always asked me. It's like, how can you just hold your phone up and talk?
Yeah.
I still do it and I still fail all the time. Like I'll do a video. I did one yesterday and it took me like 4 goes.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it. Like if you don't like it,
You're-
one, you can remove it. And
Yeah.
2, if you're thinking like, okay, I'm talking to someone, it's different.
Yeah.
You're looking at yourself.
Yeah.
You're just looking at yourself.
It's hard, man.
Yeah.
Like we gotta film something after this to promote the vlog for tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I always get like talking this is fun. I can do this all day. As soon as you get like a
But
phone
trying
out,
to put something out, yeah.
like instantly talk to the camera on a phone that you know it's going on Instagram, this fucks me for some reason.
Fake that confidence till you make it.
Well, that's
That's
it.
it, man.
Confidence
You
is
just gotta
key.
Sort of count yourself down. 3, 2, 1, bang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Get it done.
100%.
And if it's shit, do it again.
Do it
It
again.
is. What's your
So simple. If it's bad, just refilm it.
Yeah.
Eventually, you'll figure
Yeah.
out some things that were good and bad, and it's like, okay, maybe I'll change this, or write it down.
yeah.
I used to write stuff down and have it like
Behind
sort
the
of
camera.
behind, and it may not look like I'm looking at the phone, but it's still content.
Yeah,
yeah,
you're still
It's
putting
still
it out.
content
You're
that
still
is
getting your
getting out
message
there.
across that you wanted to
Exactly.
get across. What's
it.
what's your next big goal for the social media stuff? You've been up. You just uploaded a new video under a week ago now.
Last Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, just about a
It's
week.
just consistency, man.
Yeah.
Like I'm at this very moment, I'm in the process of doing my Cert 3 and 4 for fitness,
Yeah.
which I should have done at school.
How do you not have your Cert 3? I have my Cert 3.
I should have done it at school, right?
Yeah.
I beat myself up over it every day when I'm sitting in front of the camera thinking, I could have done this at school and got so much help.
Yeah.
But just never did.
Yeah, 'cause I did mine with Fisher.
Yeah. Well, yeah. See? Perfect.
Bro, Fish is crazy, bro. I remember looking at him in fucking high school and being like, fuck, he's like sculpted like a
Hectic
god,
looking
bro. Yeah, like, I was like, holy fuck,
Who
bro.
was the other one? Susie.
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 Yeah.
Oh,
Susie.
Susie was
He
crazy.
was
Them too.
Wasn't he like an underwear model back in the day or something like
Yeah,
that?
he was.
apparently?
bro.
Probably.
No, he was. He was definitely an underwear model back in the day, bro.
Yeah. That's funny.
But I remember back then, bro, looking at those two and I'm like, fuck me, bro. How do you even get that big?
We just didn't understand.
Yeah, no, bro. Like,
Just
my world
kids.
was so small,
Yeah.
like, back in high school.
No. Well, they were the adults. That was the key.
Legit. That's
Yeah,
where we are now.
So stay.
That's crazy, bro.
No, so what? Just stay consistent. You're gonna start uploading videos every week, or
I'd like to.
Yeah.
I'm very grateful that I've found an unbelievable videographer.
yeah, I want to talk about that as well.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
Dylan Kritzinger.
Yeah.
Dylan Kritzinger. So I originally, with Power Subs, we're very blessed to have people come and go
Yeah.
who just want to work with us, because Power Subs is also, they work with Velocity Health and Fitness, which is like a CrossFit sort of training gym, like HIIT training in Capalaba. So they obviously need videographers to capture their good like videos and everything, and then we got Power Subs to do the same. And we had Torrin, who did my first few, who was kick ass, like full on, and then he got this crazy opportunity to work with another brand. So he's now filming videos for Rolls Royce and everything.
Oh,
dude.
wow,
Like,
that's
he's
awesome.
killing it, man.
Yeah.
And then a few weeks ago, Dylan Kritzinger came in, and I just hit him up. I'm like, look, I do my YouTube. We had to do a video for Power Subs, like a collaboration
Yep.
video. And I just said, look, would you be keen? He's like, yeah, dude. Told him the location, told him a time, rocked
that?
up, filmed it on Friday morning, and I was watching the edited video, had all the clips, the reel and photos by Sunday night.
So he edited it and everything.
Bang.
That's fucking sick.
King.
Dead set.
Yeah, he killed it.
That's
Could not be more happy with how that turned out.
Bro,
So
they look amazing.
They
bro.
look mean, man.
Really
and it's,
happy
and
with
it's
how it turned out.
efficiency too. Like the
Exactly,
fact of the
bro.
matter is, you don't have to sit there and worry about the editing, and the filming, everything like that. It means you can just be focused purely on content.
Yeah.
And that shows in the videos that you will film, especially later as well.
exactly.
That's a. We didn't mind looking into that because I just spent 2 weeks. I just spent 2 weeks in front of my desk editing this fucking Bali vlog, and it doesn't look anything like that.
Yeah, it's crazy what he can do.
Yeah.
And he's just started.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
That's the beauty about that. There's infinite things that you can do
Yeah.
with editing,
Yeah.
and it's only getting more and more crazier as
Local,
time goes on.
and even the local Brisbane talent at the moment, like it's
Crazy,
fucking
dude.
crazy. Who you can find in your own backyard to help.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking
But
sick.
it's all networking too. You just meet people like
Networking, bro.
yourself, and then like,
everything,
go
man.
through there as
Yeah.
well. You know what I mean? Like we meet heaps of people on here.
Yeah, we've actually met a fair few nice, like fucking good people. That's fucking cool. I like
Yeah.
that.
It's a small world, man. It's a small.
It is a
small,
small world.
small world,
Oh, bro. Fuck.
Fucking crazy small world, man. The people you'll meet in your life.
Yeah,
is
100%.
insane. It's crazy.
Fucking hell. You have anything else you want to ask?
I'm sweet, bro. Honestly,
Anything else you want to talk about? Any subjects you want to bring up?
I'm chill.
No?
bro, I had one question for you, right?
Hit me with it.
Okay, so when I was at Sexpo, I saw a lot of cock pumps, bro. Have
Yeah.
you seen anyone use a cock pump? I don't know if you want to talk about it. We can cut it out if you want.
No
bro.
comment.
Fair enough. Bro, honestly, bro.
That's funny.
No comment.
Yeah, fair.
You know who you are.
Yeah, that's sick, man. Because I was like so curious to how the fuck that actually works, bro. Because like I know a bunch of people that, well, I don't know people that use them, but I know a bunch of people use them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I've just never fucking met anyone that does, you know, or known
You'd be
anyone
surprised,
that does.
bro.
Yeah.
Closer to you than you think.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, I bet, bro. I bet. But that's probably the only question I had, really, bro.
What is, this one I forgot to ask earlier as well.
Yeah.
What's if you could only have one supplement, like creatine, protein, pre-workout kind of thing, what do you reckon the most important one is?
For me
For you.
personally, pre-workout.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised, like protein, like supplements are important,
Yep.
but protein I get from food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in prep, obviously, like I'm eating 6-7 times a day. And the amount of proper food too, like this is homemade cooked food, fish, rice, chicken, steak, mince, like proper
Yeah.
food. So that's where I'm getting my protein from. And I'd eat it. Sometimes I'd even take it to the gym. So when people are having like a protein shake 15 to 30 minutes
You're smashing your
after a session, I'm smashing a fucking mad feed,
Mad
bro.
juicy steak.
Getting that protein in straight away. But yeah, for me personally, I love my high stim stuff.
Yeah.
Love my high stim. If I don't go to the gym, as bad as it is, I'm aware that it's bad. But if I don't go to the gym and get that itch from a
Yeah.
pre-workout, I'm pissed off.
Yeah.
I'm angry, dude. It's like I could either
I hate that
have
itch.
another scoop, but that's hitting 4,
Yeah.
which is not a good idea,
Fuck no.
or I just have to push through it.
Fuck.
Yeah,
That's wild.
For me, it'd be pre-workout.
Yeah, true.
100%. Everything else, I don't really take any other supplements.
Yeah.
Creatine, glutamine, I was taking in prep.
What is that? 'Cause what is? Yeah.
It just sort of helps with muscle recovery sort of shit. I was taking it 10 grams in the morning and then 10 grams at night.
Yeah.
Just something coach told me to do, whatever coach told me to do in prep. I
just
did.
take-
Hey, yes,
Yeah.
boss. No
Yes,
worries.
sir, no worries. Let's get it done.
Yeah.
But yeah, even protein powder, like compared to what most people would think or what I would do back in the day when I first started training, it's like protein shake, protein shake, protein shake. I'm gonna go big. Yeah, it was
No.
a very minimal dose.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, very like not maybe one small shake a day if I got told to, but if I'm not in prep, like I haven't had protein powder since I finished prep.
Yeah.
That's 16 weeks.
Yeah. Okay.
I just got a big full tub sitting on my fridge when coach says, "All right, let's get it done."
Alright, go. Yeah. Yes.
it's
Go.
just there waiting.
That's cool. Yeah, okay. Sweet.
Yeah, it's very simple. People overcomplicate supplements to a point where it's almost like really too much.
As long as you're getting the right nutrition from your food, that's the
Nutrition is
more
everything.
important thing.
Diet, for all you new gymmers that are just getting into it, diet is more important than training.
100%. And that's the hardest part.
It's
though.
the hardest part.
Yeah.
You can go to the gym, you can pump up a few bicep curls,
Yeah.
do some chest press,
That's not
chase
hard.
the pump. But if
Yeah.
you're not putting the right food in your body,
It's for nothing.
you're wasting your time.
Yeah.
People go to the gym and drive home and say, "Oh, there's Macca's. That smells alright. Let's go get
Bro,
Macca's."
that is
That's
100% me,
literally
bro.
us.
That's
And
100%
it's
me,
normal.
bro.
Yeah.
It's normal.
Shit.
Your body's craving.
Sometimes even I get that.
Yeah,
That
my
craving.
whole thing is convenience though, man. Like I have a pretty shitty work schedule, so like when I come home, because I get home at like 11 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
because I start at like 2 a.m.
Oh wow.
So like, when I get home, bro, like the last thing I want to be doing is fucking making food and shit, bro.
See, that's
and I'm like,
I completely understand where you're coming from there.
but I should get into a good routine of like, when I have food in the fridge, man, I come home and smash that.
Meal prepping, bro.
Yeah.
Whatever
Yeah.
day you have free,
Just do
as
that.
shit as it's gonna be,
Yeah.
pump the music, G yourself up at home on your own, and just start having a food frenzy, bro.
Yeah,
Just so
hard.
it's there.
Yeah.
Because Saturdays I'm bad because I'll finish work and I'm driving home. I haven't had food. It's like fuck, Macca's pizza.
Just something easy,
Just
quick and
because it's
easy.
easy.
Yeah.
It's convenient. It's there
100%.
waiting for you.
How good's pizza though?
I love pizza.
But,
I love pizza, dude. It's
nah,
dangerous.
KFC takes the cake for me, bro. I'll smash KFC any day of the week, bro.
Since prep, if I have it, instantly feel sick.
Yeah, true.
They're so greasy.
Instantly, like just having so much good food for such a long time, like putting that in my body now, it's just like
Makes me feel
my
shit.
body's like, what are you doing to me? I'm getting this out now. I'm sick.
And one other thing as well. Are you gonna have an OnlyFans?
Am I gonna have one?
Yeah, because I think I heard you talking about it like ages ago about potentially having an OnlyFans, and I feel like you're going down that alleyway.
No
I don't
comment,
know.
like the cock
no
pump, bro.
comment. No comment. Next question, please. Is he done?
Yeah. So with the end of every podcast, we like to ask our guests. The podcast is called One Too Many. When was the time that you had one too many, and tell us a story or the funniest story you've had. The time you've had one too many.
What if you don't? I've never been much of a drinker.
That's good.
Really?
That's a
Never,
good thing.
dude. Never.
Yeah, true.
Pretty like even my dad, he's never been a drinker. Mitch isn't a drinker. My brother. So
True.
it's
Not even in your party days or anything like that.
Not
Never
really,
been
dude.
too hectic.
oh yeah. I guess so. This is the back in the goon days.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
perfect. That's what we like
Love
to
a bit
hear.
of
Bit of
Stuff,
fruity
bro.
Lexia.
Yeah.
You know how
off
it
the
goes.
clothesline, bro.
I don't really know. I just used to, back in the day when I was 15, I was just one of them kids that could drink goon like water.
That's
I
wild.
could drink goon like water, bro. I probably shouldn't have said 15. Sorry, Mum. Yeah. And I was at my mate's house, big shed, big party, and I had one too many and ended up in the bar. Let's just say I had to change my undies.
Oh no!
That's my one too many
I
story.
love that.
There you go.
That's perfect. That's a great one.
What it-
Perfect. All right. Well, let's wrap it up from there then.
Happy days.
Thank you, Dylan, for coming.
Yeah,
Look at the. Is that the camera still going? Look at the camera. Shout out anything you want to shout out. Videos, what you're doing, Magic Man, just every dates and whatever you want to do.
Sweet. First of all, I'd just like to say thank you to all the boys
Nah, bro.
for bringing me on. First podcast, so
Love it.
actually went a lot better than I was expecting.
You were
I was
nervous.
freaking out. Since the boys asked me, I've been like watching podcasts at home, watching all Joe Rogan shit, seeing how his body posture is when he's sitting down. But massive shout out to all you boys. Thank you so much for bringing me
Appreciate
on.
you coming on, bro.
You fucking killed it. You honestly
Straight
did.
up.
Shouting out. Who do I shout out? Everyone. Shout out. Obviously, I got 3D. I got the hat right here. Shout out my coach, the whole 3D team. You know who's Corey, Kiara, Huddy, Magic Man. I've already spoken about you guys. For the guys that are watching this show, I'll be at Birdie's every single Saturday night, 6 till 9:30. If you want to get tickets, Magic Men Australia, or go on their Instagram page, click that link in their bio, book tickets. You'll see me when you buy the ticket, so you know you're going to be seeing me at the show. Who else? If you haven't already, follow my Instagram, Dylan Scruton, YouTube, Dylan Scruton, TikTok, Dylan Scruton, and I think that's it.
about it.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
thanks heaps, guys.
Going to Palace Up Wynnum. on
Going
Saturday.
every single Saturday, Sunday as well. Eventually throughout the week, 117 Edith Street, Wynnum, 4178, Power Sups Wynnum. If you go on there and I'm not there, just use code Dylan10 at checkout and you'll get 10% off each purchase.
Perfect.
Fuck yeah.
Nice plug. I like
Happy
it.
days.
No worries. Thank you very much,
Love that
guys.
shit.
Perfect. And we'll see you next week. You.
Cheers, guys.
Perfect.